Greetings, seekers of serenity and architects of your own minds. Welcome to the Cymarshall Law Show. Today we embark on an odyssey into the essence of tranquility. Imagine a world within you, vast and undisturbed, where each thought floats like a lotus on a still pond. This is our quest to uncover the tranquility of thought. The tranquility of thought, the tranquility of thought. Yeah, the tranquility of thought. The tranquility of thought, yeah, the tranquility of thought. The tranquility of thought. Today we're gonna talk about, listen, the tranquility of thought. Today we talk about the tranquility of thought. The tranquility of thought. Today we talk about the tranquility of thought. The tranquility of, Today we talk about, listen, today we talk about, let's go. But before we start, as usual, I want y'all to join me in these affirmations that I say for myself, for you, for the earth, for the universe, to make sure we're all in tune with each other and vibrating at the highest possible frequencies as we listen to the show. So we start like this. May the divine essence of the cosmic infuse our beings with love, positive energy, good vibrations. Thank you for allowing all of us to wake up today full of purpose. Thank you for our inner peace. Thank you for mindfulness. Thank you for patience. Thank you for abundance. Thank you for good friendships. Thank you for the support. Thank you for people coming into our lives to support us in the ways that we need support. Thank you for good intention. Thank you for family. Thank you for friends. Thank you for prosperity. Thank you for affluence. Thank you for our healthy bodies, all of our healthy organs. Thank you for regeneration. Thank you for rejuvenation. Thank you for inspiration. Thank you for insight. Thank you for today. Thank you for the sun shining on us. Thank you for peace. Thank you for the tranquility of thought. So let's start the show. Today we're going to have a few things that coincide with the tranquility of thought topic. We'll have a movie of the day, we'll have a book of the day, and we'll also have a song of the day, which will all coincide with the topic. But to speak about the topic, let's get into it. Tranquility, quality, 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 quality. Yeah. In the intricate landscape of the mind, each neuron is like a delicate thread, and when they work together in harmony, they create a pattern of tranquility. See, the front part of our brain, which is the frontal lobe, acts like a wise guide and leads us to calmness. The front part of our brain is responsible for a variety of important functions like reasoning, social behavior, voluntary movements, and memory storage, located just behind your forehead, the frontal lobe. So that part of your brain acts like a wise guide, which, like I said, leads us to calmness, steering us away from like stormy seas of stress to the tranquil shores of peace. Now, in this peaceful and serene state, our brain releases chemicals that make us feel good, lifting us into a balanced and a happy state. As we explore the inner workings of our brain, we encounter the area responsible for our emotions, which often react strongly to life's ups and downs. However, with practices like meditation, deep breathing, and maybe even a quiet walk, we can calm this emotional center all the way down and respond to our surroundings with even more thoughtfulness. Our memory center also plays a crucial role in how peaceful we actually feel. It holds past experiences, and depending on what we actually do remember correctly, it can either trap us in old troubles or free us with the wisdom we gained along the way. By cherishing positive memories and being thankful for the present, we create a sense of satisfaction within our brain's pathways. The part of our brain that manages our senses, like a great conductor, decides which sensory information should be actually noticed by the brain. And when we seek peace, we train it to let in only soothing and pleasant experiences, keeping out all the overwhelming noise that we don't actually need. when we're watching TV, when we're reading newspapers, when we're on social media, when we're talking to our friends, we're taking in a lot of garbage a lot of the times that we don't actually need. And then when we're trying to actually have tranquility of thought, we're having all these other ideas pop into our head because we're feeding our brains things that we don't actually need. So there's a small but significant area of our brain that connects to how we feel inside with the outside world. And this is where we feel empathy and a sense of connection with others, which can be as comforting as a bedtime story when you were a little kid. You know how that feels. And by nurturing kindness, we not only can calm ourselves, but also spread peace to those around us. It's like, you ever been around a very peaceful person? You can just feel it coming off of them. And because they're so peaceful and in tune with their self, that energy that is coming off of them actually makes you peaceful as well. Below the surface of our conscious mind lies the system that controls our body's automatic functions, often working without even our awareness. It has two parts, one that prepares us for action and another that tells us to relax and recover. In very peaceful moments, the relaxing part tells our body to slow down and heal, while the active part stays quietly alert. We also got to consider the system in our body that sends out hormones, which can stir up or calm our emotions down. The stress hormone can actually be quieted by the hormone associated with bonding and love. And through our personal relationships and shared moments, that's how you really get a hormonal balance that favors peace. So we have like this whole network of chemical messengers in our brains, which are performing this delicate dance constantly. And the chemical that contributes to our happiness and the one that rewards us work together to create a balance in our brain. By doing things that increase these natural substances like exercising, laughing, engaging in creative activities. With these things, we actually improve our mental harmony. In the end, as we reflect on the science behind a peaceful mind, we see that peace is not just the absence of trouble, but the active creation of a harmonious mental environment. Each part, from the smallest cell to the entire system, contributes to the peaceful state we aim for. And as we learn about and care for these elements, we become the designers of our own inner peace, building a sanctuary in our minds where serenity can thrive. Now let's talk philosophical musings on mental calm. Tranquility has long been a muse to philosophers across the ages, a beacon guiding the tumultuous human experience towards serenity. The Stoics, like Seneca, taught us that tranquility is not merely the absence of chaos, but the presence of order within. It's a state of being where the mind is untroubled by the storms of life, a fortress of calm amidst the siege of external turmoil, a path of effortless harmony that flows through all things. That's the way of the universe, a principle that teaches us to align with the natural order of all things, to move with the current rather than against it. In the embrace, one finds tranquility not as a static state, but as a dynamic dance with the rhythms of life, with life's rhythms. In tranquility, we find a universal truth. Peace is not a destination, it is a manner of traveling. It is the quality of our steps, not the milestones that define our journey. The pursuit of tranquility is not about reaching a place where challenges cease to exist, but about cultivating an inner sanctuary that we carry with us. See, the quest for tranquility often takes the form of escape. We seek to distance ourselves from the noise, to find solace in the quiet corners of nature or the stillness of meditation. Yet, true tranquility is not found in the absence of noise, but in the transformation of our reaction to it. It's an inner alchemy that turns the weights of stress into the golden moments of presence. The modern philosopher might argue that tranquility is a state of flow, where one is fully immersed in the task at hand, undistracted by the cacophony of modern life. It is in this flow that we find a momentary haven where time seems to stand still and we are at one with our actions. At the heart of tranquility lies the self, the architect of its own peace. The Stoics believed in the power of self-control and rational thought to maintain inner peace. They practiced the absence of passion, actually, which I definitely would have to learn about because I've been known to be a very passionate person, and I live by my passion. So it took me a long place to really understand where I needed to be, because the absence of passion was not natural to me, or what I didn't know is natural, because to achieve that tranquility, you have to not allow external events to disturb your inner equilibrium. And when you're able to do this, you can cultivate a resilient calm. However, the pursuit of tranquility is not just like an alone, solitary endeavor. It's woven from our interactions with others and the world around us. The compassionate philosopher recognizes that our own tranquility is intimately connected to the tranquility of others. In the act of kindness, in the gesture of understanding, we find a reflection of peace that reinforces our own. And sometimes, there's tranquility in the face of adversity. Tranquility is most tested in the face of adversity, to be honest. It's easy to remain calm when the seas are smooth, but the true measure of tranquility is how we navigate the stormy waters. The smart person, the smart philosopher, doesn't seek to avoid this storm, but they learn to sail right through it, using wisdom as a compass and patience as an anchor. Adversity offers a chance to practice the virtues that lead us to tranquility. It teaches us to detach from the outcomes we can't control and to focus on the virtues we can cultivate. In this detachment lies the freedom that is the essence of tranquility. Finding tranquility is not just a personal endeavor. It's one we can share with nature. It's the harmony between the individual and the environment. How our inner peace resonates with the world around us. I view tranquility as a sustainable state, one that doesn't just nurture us or the self, but when we get good at it, it nurtures our surrounding world as well. Tranquility, it is both the journey and the way we journey. I'll say it again, it's both the journey and the way we journey. A very dynamic interplay between the self and the world. And as we continue to explore the depths of tranquility, we may find that it's not a static state to be achieved, but a practice to be cultivated. It's an art, the art of living well, of navigating life with grace and poise. In the end, tranquility is not just a philosophical concept, it's a way of being, a testament to the strength and beauty of the human spirit. Now. Let's talk meditation. The meditative practices for quietude. You see, meditation is not merely sitting in silence. It is the art of listening to the silence between sounds. It is a journey into the depths of one's soul, a venture into the space where the hardships of life fade into the symphony of stillness. Mindfulness meditation invites us to become observers of our own consciousness, to watch our thoughts without judgment as they drift by like clouds on a windless day. The practice is our vessel on the river of tranquility, steering us with gentle intention. It's the essence of silence we're talking about here. In the modern world, silence has become a rare commodity. Our days are filled with the noise of existence, the relentless hum of technology, the clamor of crowded spaces, and the inner chatter of incessant thoughts. Yet, within this noise lies a profound silence, waiting to be discovered. Meditation teaches us that to find the quietude that resides not outside, but within us. It is this inner sanctum that we encounter the essence of our being. The art of listening. To meditate is to listen, not to the mundane, but to the profound. The rustle of leaves, the whisper of the wind, the rhythm of breathing. All these sounds encompass the symphony of life that often goes unheard. As we meditate, we tune our senses to the subtle frequencies of nature and our own bodies. We learn to listen to our heartbeat, the sound of our breath, and the voice of our intuition. See, we gotta observe without judgment. One of the fundamental tenets of mindfulness is observation, but without judgment. As we sit in meditation, thoughts will inevitably arise. They may be reflections of our worries, fragments of our dreams, or echoes of our memories. The practice does not require us to silence these thoughts, but to observe them with detachment. Like clouds on a windless day, like I said before, let them pass, acknowledging their presence, but not holding on to them. This is the river of tranquility. See, meditation is often likened to a river, a metaphor for the flow of thoughts and the stream of consciousness. Our minds are the rivers, sometimes turbulent, sometimes serene, but through meditation, we can seek these still waters, the depths where the current is calm and the surface reflects the sky. See, this river of tranquility is going to carry us forward, moving us towards a horizon of peace and understanding. Just use some gentle intention. See, while meditation is an act of letting go, it is also a practice of intention. My man Wayne Dyer always used to talk about the field of pure intention. Look up Dr. Wayne Dyer. I love a lot of his books. But as we approach each session with a purpose, perhaps to find clarity, to ease stress, or to connect with a deeper sense of self, this intention is not forceful, but gentle, like a feather steering a boat. It guides our focus and shapes our experience, leading us towards the outcomes we seek. And our practice is the vessel that contains our meditative journey. It's both the method and the means. The breaths we take, the posture we hold, the space we create for meditation, each element is crucial. And when you combine them, they form a sanctuary where the mind can unfold and explore. Our vessel is sacred, and we should treat it as such. A temple of tranquility is what we're trying to build, that we can return to again and again and again and again. We got to really, to get there, we have to focus on not the journey, but the destination of now. And ultimately, meditation brings us to a present moment, the eternal now, where life exists in its purest form. In this space, there is no past to regret. There is no future to fear. There is only the present and a canvas of infinite potential. Here we find the freedom to simply be, to exist in harmony with the universe and ourselves. For me, meditation is a path to just quiet my soul, a practice that really transcends the noise of everyday life and leads me to peace. I know when I start my mornings like that, my whole day is completely different as opposed to when I wake up and I'm kind of in a rush. My whole day feels like it's rushed. So being able to do this, when you do it well, it becomes an art, a discipline, and a journey all at once. And as we embrace the silence between sounds, like I was saying earlier, we discover the music of our souls, which is super dope. A melody that resonates with the rhythms of the cosmos, if you will. And in this space of stillness comes my favorite word, free. Yeah, when we're able to get to this place of stillness, that's when we're truly free. Yeah. This is the tranquility of thought, the thought of tranquility, the tranquility of thought, the thought of tranquility, the tranquility of thought, the thought of tranquility. Yeah, this is the thought of tranquility, the tranquility of thought, thought of tranquility. The influence of environment on thought. Listen! Our surroundings are the canvas upon which our thoughts paint their hues. The spaces we inhabit are not merely backdrops to our lives, they are active participants in the shaping of our mental landscapes. A tranquil environment, be it a sunlit grove or a dimly lit corner of a library, invites our minds to don the cloak of calm. It is in such sanctuaries that our thoughts can dance freely, unencumbered by the hardships of the world. See, this is the canvas of our surroundings. The places we frequent are imbued with their own energy, their own stories. A room lined with books breathes a sense of wisdom and history, while a garden in bloom sings of growth and renewal. These environments influence our mood, our creativity, and even the course of our thoughts. The colors, the textures, the sounds around us seep into our subconscious, tinting our ideas with their own palette. See, these are the sanctuaries of the mind. In the quest for inner peace, we often seek out pockets of tranquility in our physical world. A bench overlooking a serene lake becomes a haven for reflection. A cozy nook with a favorite armchair becomes a retreat for introspection. These places become sanctuaries for the mind, spaces where we can shed the burdens of our daily grind and embrace the stillness within. Artistic expressions of stillness. See, art in its forms is a reflection of the artist's inner tranquility, whether it's the stroke of a brush, the chisel of a sculptor, or the pen of a poet. Each movement is an echo of stillness. A painting, a sonnet, a melody, each is a portal to the artist's silent world. Through creative expression, we share the tranquility of our thoughts with the world, inviting others to partake in the stillness of our own inner sanctum. See, these are the portals to our tranquility. Art serves as a conduit between the artist and the observer, a bridge over which emotions and insights can travel. A landscape painting captures not just the scenery, but the quietude the artist found there. A piece of music conveys not just the notes, but the spaces between them, the pauses where silence speaks. In these artistic expressions, we find a stillness that resonates within our own search for peace. See, this is how we share our inner sanctum. Through art, we open doors that are our innermost chambers, allowing others to get a glimpse into our quietude, our silent spaces. It's a generous act, and offering one when I offer my own private world to you, to the collective consciousness. When we encounter a work of art that moves us, it's often because it reflects a tranquility we recognize, a stillness that we too have known. I feel these are like our cultural reflections on peace. Across cultures, tranquility is woven with threads of tradition and heritage. It manifests in the rituals and customs that have been passed down through generations. It's the quiet pride in a well-tended garden, the reverence of a tea ceremony, the sacred silence of a cathedral. In these cultural practices, we find a collective tranquility, a shared breath of calm that unites us in our own humanity. These are the traditions of tranquility that I see. Each culture has its own expressions of peace, its own ways of honoring stillness. See, in Japan, the meticulous care of a Zen garden is a meditation in itself. See, these cultural reflections are like a breath of calm because they're not just practices, they're invitations to experience tranquility together. And they remind us that peace is not a solitary pursuit, but one we can aspire to get together. In the shared silence of a meditation hall or the collective awe in a place of worship, we find a unity that transcends language and geography. See, the environments we choose, the art we create, the cultural practices we uphold are all expressions of our quest for tranquility. They are the manifestations of our desire for peace, both within ourselves and the world at large. As we navigate the complexities of life, these havens of stillness offer us a respite, a place to recharge and reconnect with the essence of our being. In the embrace of quietness, we find a universal language, a common ground where all of humanity can meet. All of us. Now, we've come to the part of the show where we talk about the movie of the day, and then after that, we're going to get into the book of the day. So I actually picked two movies when I was thinking about fit the topic of tranquility of thought. So these are movies that I feel like everyone should see just for the insight of watching them. The first one, and some of these movies that I'm going to mention, some of you may have seen them, but some people may have not because they may have slipped through the cracks, or the younger generation might not have seen some of these movies. But the first one is 1984, a film adaptation of George Orwell's dystopian novel. The story is set in a future society where Winston Smith, a lowly bureaucrat in the Ministry of Truth, tries to rebel. His daily work involves rewriting history to align with the current reality as dictated by the party. The tranquility of thought is heavily suppressed in this society. Individual freedoms are seen as the cause of all societal problems, leading to the party's control over what everyone says and does. This includes a move to not only end the thought and practice, but also the need for love and sex. They have something called the thought police that deal with anyone breaking the rules in action or thought. You can't even have your own thoughts. So yeah, it's a crazy movie. 1984 presents a stark contrast to the tranquility of thought. It's where you have no tranquility of thought. It depicts a world where free thought is a crime, and tranquility can only be found in complete obedience to the party. The film serves as a warning against the suppression of individual thought and the dangers of that type of regime. The other movie I think is really dope, an older movie called Surrogates. I don't know if anyone's seen that. It's a science fiction film set in a futuristic world where humans live in isolation and interact through surrogate robots. I feel like that might happen in the reality we're living in. These surrogates are remotely controlled humanoid robots that allow people to live vicariously from the comfort and safety of their own homes. The film's protagonist, a brother named Tom Greer, is an FBI agent who investigates the murders of other surrogates. And the investigation leads him into a world of the dreads, actual human beings who reject surrogates and live on reservations. So I don't want to tell you the whole movie, but in Surrogates, tranquility of thought is achieved through the use of surrogate robots. People are protected from harm, and the surrogate operator feels no pain when their surrogate is damaged. And it allows people to experience life without the fear of consequences. However, this also leads to a disconnection from reality and a loss of genuine human experiences. I feel like this film explores the theme of tranquility of thought in a very unique way. It raises questions about the identity, perception, and the nature of reality. And it challenges the idea that tranquility can be achieved through artificial means and emphasizes the importance of genuine human experiences. So with today's AI popping off, I felt like this movie definitely was one that you all should know about as far as connecting it to this topic of tranquility of thought. So it definitely explores that in a very unique way and showing, I feel like 1984 and Surrogates explore the theme in their own unique ways, while 1984 shows a society where tranquility of thought is suppressed. Surrogates presents a world where it's artificially achieved. Both films serve as a reminder of the importance of free thought and genuine human experience in achieving true tranquility. So if you've never seen either of those movies, you should definitely check them out. Those are the movies of the day. And I also have a book of the day. It's called The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. This novel is set in a world where catastrophic climate events regularly occur, and it follows the story of a woman with the power to control seismic activity. It's like vibrational activity. The connection to Tranquility of Thought lies in the protagonist's journey to find peace amidst chaos, reflecting the human quest for inner stability in an unstable world. I'm sure we can all relate to that. The author, to speak about her, Jemisin is an acclaimed American author known for her work in science fiction and fantasy. Her fiction often explores themes of cultural conflict and oppression. She's received numerous accolades for her writing, including the Hugo Award for Best Novel for 3 consecutive years for her Broken Earth series, which begins with the 5th season. She is also a recipient of the MacArthur Fellows Program Genius Grant. The 5th season, to speak on that, is a powerful narrative set on a planet with a single supercontinent called the Stillness, which experiences periodic catastrophic climate changes known as 5th seasons. The story is told through 3 interlinked narratives focusing on characters who are individuals with the ability to control seismic activity. This novel delves into the themes of survival, oppression, and the human connection to Earth. A compelling quote from the book that encapsulates its essence would be, "This is what you must remember. The ending of one story is just the beginning of another." The book's exploration of Tranquility of Thought is woven through the characters' journeys as they navigate a world of turmoil and seek stability within themselves. It's a thought-provoking read that challenges the reader to consider the depths of human endurance and the power of hope. Check it out. Check it out. Big up to N.K. Jemisin. Okay, so we're going to get into the song of the day. I feel like since we're talking about Tranquility of Thought, I should play one of my favorite MCs, Black Thought. This one is from the Danger Mouse and Black Thought album, Belize, featuring MF Doom. Let's go.
Yo, I'm sick, no lymph nodes is swollen. They told me even when the record skip, keep it rolling on his shoulder like a California highway patrolman. Launch codes were stolen and sold by Ed Snowden. I fled to Rome and told him address me as a Roman. I'm still in photos posing with my own omen. A thumping kicker for me to slam like Hulk Hogan is something like a plain bumper sticker, no slogan. This something for the shooters and back and forth commuters who never knew the difference in laws and jurisprudence. I feel as though it's safe to assume that to the students and non-congruent to the way that me and Doom do this. You checking the top 2 of 1,000 intelligent chaps with rap projects and housing developments. Cooler cross-legged on a crate like it's elegant. Try to hate, I'm puffing up your face like a pelican. Highly enveloped and activating my melanin. Y'all failing to see what's shaking besides gelatin. News bulletin, I refuse to take the medicine. Fuck a thick skin, I got me an exoskeleton. The black collar feral and a lobster. Deliver like an obstetrician but not a doctor. Bring the Cambridge, the Websters, the Oxfords. The picture too long to watch. See the synopsis. Compensated for playing nice, it's optics. Product of the last poets and the Watts prophets. I stop it, it's beyond out of pocket. Dunzo, I hit the gun show and got a rocket. Catastrophic, supreme microphonist. In Mexico, we the legendary Dos Cajones. Brothers, both components. Utter close to colas, court holders. With bars as hard as Angolas.
Doom get rude with the dude off chips. The mood switch, he chewed off strips of a brood witch. Danger make a groove off a glitch. Major boo booty twitch and the crew rich bitch. Always wanted to say that, ever since the days in hallways taunting the stray cat, the one he often frequently slapped around, all the while waited and graduated cap and gown. Hated the rap sound, debated the crap until he felt he had it mapped down. Enough to have the game trapped and bound, scratching the crown with the names of lames who yapped the noun. Or verb for that matter, had no data for a herb who chatter. Oh, Eric Estrada, fat rat, the mask made him batty as a Mad Hatter. Known for his absurd word choices, and will ignore you if you ask him if he heard voices. Look, the energy is crazy. Far as he was concerned, the enemy was lazy. Your attention please, freeze. He came to seize the free cheese before he flees to Belize. In case you forgot to mention, squeeze these. Just keep it on a need to know basis. They knew he was a Negro, so no need to show faces. Back in the days of no laces, on a slow pace, they used to say he might could go places. Whatever the cases, the card he played was ace of spades, but no races. A spastic, some call loony. When he split a tune, sarcastic as Paul Mooney.
Day. Yeah, we back at the Cymarshall Law Show. Thank you for coming back. If you enjoyed this show, as you know, subscribe, tell your people, share it. You know the drill. So we've come to the point of the show where we talk about the quotes of the day. Usually I just have one quote of the day, but I'm thinking about having more because there are so many dope quotes I find when trying to find a quote that coincides with the topic of the show, which is the tranquility of thought. So the first one I found is by Prasad Mahez, and it goes like this. The mind is like water. When it's turbulent, it's difficult to see. When it's calm, everything becomes clear. I know we've all thrown rocks into a lake and seen the ripple effects it makes, but I've always just known that your mind is meant to be like a pond without ripples. I can't remember where the first place I ever heard that. It was a very, very long time ago, but make your mind like a pond without ripples, and that's where you will find the tranquility of thought. The next quote is unknown, but I loved it, so I put it in here. Serenity is not freedom from the storm, but peace amid the storm. Unknown. So many of us, go through the storm hoping that after the storm, we'll find some peace. But I feel like the best peace is always found when you're able to take the dramas of life, embrace them, and find the little pockets of space where you can chill and be still. And then lastly, true tranquility comes not from avoiding the storm, but embracing the calm within the tempest. Which is basically what I just said. But yeah, those are the quotes of the day for the tranquility of thought. I've definitely been in this space in my life where I just needed to find space for me to think. And a lot of times when there is no space to think, we feel a bit confused. But someone recently told me, even when we feel confused, there is actually some clarity in that, because at least we know that we're confused, which is a super dope thought, because someone who's really confused wouldn't even know they're confused. If you are confused enough to say, I'm confused, you have some type of clarity about that because you're sure that you're confused. So yeah, in my journeys, writing, being an artist, I can recall meditating and coming out of it and writing certain songs. One song that I remember writing after a deep meditation is a song called Live While You Can. It was on my album Hip Hop and the Soul. And that song was me just expressing my feelings and thoughts at the deepest level. So what I was able to find in meditation, those clear thoughts, I put them into a song. And it's called Live While You Can. And we're going to end the show today with that song. Before I go, though, I want to issue a challenge to all my listeners of the Tranquility of Thought show. I want you to do your best this week to, when something happens in your life that is not the perfect situation, someone might get an attitude with you or an event might not go your way, to try to catch yourself before you react, and don't react based on external outcomes, because anything can happen. This is life. I want you to try to capture your emotions and thought before you speak or actually convey a feeling from the event that happens. And when you're able to do that, you give yourself some space to actually breathe and come up with what you really want to do or say. It's going to happen a lot this week, but that is my challenge to all of you listeners. So this is the Cymarshall Law Show. We're going to end with Live While You Can, like I said. Until next time, peace, love, and positive energy. And we out like that.
A lot of people's hungry out there. You better appreciate what you got. Get yours while you can get it before somebody else do. True story. So many questions remain, and more problems with every answer you gain. When the world don't change and every day seem the same, better play like this is your only chance in the game. Live while you can live, dance in the rain, a reason for it even if you ain't asked for the pain. Get through the storm and they'll remember your name. Keep your eyes on the prize and brain on your aim. The food America throws away and one day could feed the rest of the world. So I pray for every man, woman, boy and girl who won't eat tonight because the world is twisted. Now you might be broke, but to some you're a rich kid. So every meal I eat, I say thank you before it. Why do some have to die? Others stay alive. I wonder, appreciate your blessings if you're wise, my brother. Cause every 3 seconds someone dies of hunger. First just ideas, manifested my fears. The price of a missile could feed a school of kids for 5 years. If you can, start taking yours. Cause even those who make the rules is breaking laws. Don't put your faith in a system with blatant flaws. No, they'll never open if you don't knock on doors. Better get your umbrella when it rains, it pours. Appreciate what you got and start taking yours. So many questions remain, and more problems with every answer you gain. When the world don't change and every day seem the same, better play like this is your only chance in the game. Live while you can live, dance in the rain, a reason for it even if you ain't asked for the pain. Get through the storm and they'll remember your name. The eyes on the prize, rain on your aim. What I'm telling you is true. People want you to do good, then act jealous when you do. Not everybody, a selective few. A lot of heads is cool. I don't need a pedestal, I'm just speaking in general. If hip-hop is sick, then my flow is like Theraflu. Now you know, if you never knew, I'll rep my crew, shine like treasure too. So people hate out of spite, they're intimidated, but not afraid to shine my light. But my confidence was never meant to make you feel small. It comes from me, knowing I'm a part of the all. And so I can learn to get up is the reason I fall. I'ma be ready for war when I get the call. I could never be rich if I see myself poor. Appreciate what I have so I could get more. What's the reason in life? My mind is flawed, but no, I'ma get mine, so you best to get yours. So many questions remain, and more problems with every answer you gain. When the world don't change and every day seem the same, better play like this is your only chance in the game. Live while you can live, dance in the rain, a reason for it even if you ain't asked for the pain. Get through the storm and they'll remember your name. Keep your eyes on the prize and brain on your aim. I'm not only an artist, I'm still a fan, but said damn when KRS told me I'm the man. I guess I'm doing it and doing it well, cause nowadays dudes heard of me, I'm striking a bell. Used to vision this happening since I was a little dude. Now I get props from artists I used to listen to. They tell me that I keep them on their toes, and with my flows, how far I can go, who knows? Certain people thought I was playing around until they came to a show and saw me laying it down. Check the last album, I rep the great, put in work and watch my status escalate. I'm a gangstar who gets nicer every half bar. They say damn Ma, since you started you came mad far. And I ain't trying to stop, better believe I'ma strike while the iron is hands high, yo.
So many questions remain, and more problems with every answer you gain. When the world don't change and every day seem the same, better play like this is your only chance in the game. Live while you can't live, dance in the rain, a reason for it even if you ain't asked for the pain. Get through the storm and they'll remember your name. Keep your eyes on the prize and brain on your aim.